Ladies and gentlemen, you may know her from her hit song Hours and Hours. Please welcome Grammy Award-winning singer-songwriter Miss Money Long.
Hello, how are you?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
You look amazing for an early morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I tried, I took a shower.
You try.
Oh, you took a shower?
Spraying on a little fragrance,
Yeah, congratulations on the new single, Made for Me. I feel like you just go in the studio and you're like, you crack the mic and you're like, how can I make another classic R&B single? It's beautiful.
I just be saying what's in my heart. Like, I'm just a genuine lover. I love love. I love like the fairy tale romantic. I'm very mushy. So, I just open my mouth and it falls out.
Really? Oh, girl, me too. But anyway,
Just fall out here.
it just fall out, honey. I just open my. But Money, okay, so I'm looking at your resume. So, girl, I mean, you did background and you wrote for all these people: Mariah Carey and Chris Brown, Madonna, and all that. You don't even look that old.
How old do I look?
You look like you're about in your 20s, about at least 25.
That's how old I am then.
I know that's right.
No, I got started very early. I got into the music business professionally at 18. And before that, I was like on YouTube and doing stuff since I was about 15 years old. So when I did, come in, I hit the ground running, and it didn't take me a long time to gain momentum. I came right in from Atlanta to LA and just started going.
So you have money, because if you write, honey, that's the ones who get the money to write.
Well, they do call me Money Long.
Okay, see,
Yeah.
that brings in that name, honey. So that's where that name comes, because you did all this writing and whatever, and you just got unlimited coins.
I would love to have unlimited coins. That would be amazing. But I will say that, writing can be very lucrative if you are consistent and you built a brand and for being able to write kind of these timeless songs. And, some of the greatest artists are songwriters: Stevie Wonder, Lionel Richie, Aretha, the list goes on and on. Mariah, she writes her own stuff. She really don't need no help.
Yeah.
But it was an honor, working with her.
Yeah. Being able to write for so many artists and being a songwriter is really dope. I just kind of wonder, what has a contrast in your life been like going from being behind the scenes to now being an artist? Because it seems like you have more privacy. You can be low key. Have you seen a lot of changes?
No, not really. I mean, I don't know if anybody can relate to this, but it's like I've been in the industry for over 15 years. It's the same stuff. It's just that now other people notice me doing, because I've been doing carpets and been, I mean, maybe not like award show performances is a new thing for me, and just, learning where to look and reading the teleprompter and, having to do it twice because something wasn't right the first time. That might, the production of it all. But as far as like the overall just moving and shaking, I've been doing that. It's just kind of like, I liken it to like when you walk into church late and everybody turn around.
I don't like going to church late, honey.
Yeah, so it's that kind of feeling where it's like, oh, now you guys see me. Okay. And I think if I wasn't in the place I'm at in my life, maybe it would be a little nerve-wracking. But, I understand what it's about. It's not really important to me to be anything other than myself.
Exactly. That's what I tell people, and you get paid to be you. So that's that. So now, you've been married for 10 years?
No, 9.
9.
8 and a half.
8 and a half.
After 5 years, it just kind of all runs together. We just married.
So how does that work? I mean, with you being in the business, is he in the business?
He works with me.
Yeah. He ain't your manager though, huh?
No.
Okay, girl.
No. That wouldn't work because I don't like nobody telling me what to do. And
especially not your husband, right?
Well, I mean, you kind of have to like have some level of respect, and even if you don't agree, if you want to have a great relationship, you just kind of have to let your partner, I mean, I'm in the normal dynamic of man-woman, you can't not listen. And so it wouldn't work because I'll be like, listen, I don't care what you're talking about. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, Mary J. Blige's husband was her lawyer. Her husband too. But
well,
Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, we love Mary.
Hey, Mary, we love you.
Oh yeah, we love Mary.
Let's go back to what you were talking about, just the way you write music and being in love. It's just so dreamy. One of my favorite performances was you at the 2022 BET Awards. Everybody was talking about you and those feathers, and it was just so mesmerizing.
Thank you.
To watch. Can you just talk about your songwriting process and what inspires you? Because we hear so many records on the radio, and it's like sex and it's so aggressive, but your music is just so romantic and dreamy.
I mean, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. It's like, I am a lover. I believe in fairy tales. And sometimes, people think I'm a little delulu, but it's like, why can't it be like that? Why do we have to argue? Why can't we, just decide, let's go to Paris next week? Like, even if you got 2 coins to rub together, save them.
Exactly.
And then, make the life that you want to have. And I've always been like this since I was in high school. I mean, as young as I can remember, my dad, and then he used to look at me like, girl, you really just think the world revolves around you? And I'm like, it doesn't? I feel like it does. My songwriting process, as far as that, is I'm like a channel. So I don't really know all the time what I'm going to come up with when I go in. I'm looking for sounds and musically chord changes and things like that that's gonna make me feel something.
Yeah.
So kind of like the best example for me is Hours and Hours. As soon as the song comes on, within 3 seconds, you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
It's
before
true.
I say
before I say a word. So I'm looking for things that do that, and then I just sort of like relax, and the first thing that comes out of my mouth is like, sometimes it's just like a mumble, and then sometimes there's words, almost like a rapper freestyling, and then it's like whatever language that you have. I read a lot, so I have a very extensive vocabulary, and so whatever words that I have to describe the feeling is normally just what comes out. Like sometimes I don't even realize what I've said until I listen back to it, and I'll be like, whoa, you heard that? That was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
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 So, Money, are you related to Cynthia Bailey from Real Housewives?
No, I mean, we could be. I feel like all
I
black
kinda
people are related.
resemble.
But I don't know.
I'm looking at you, kind of resemble.
People tell me I like Yolanda Adams.
That, too.
Oh,
You
yeah,
love
I see
Yolanda
that.
Adams, too.
And
yeah.
you know what's crazy? I follow her daughter on socials, and we definitely look alike. It's kind of
Yeah.
crazy.
Oh,
You
yeah.
need to check that.
Right.
So where you originally from?
Florida.
Oh, you from Florida? Oh, Maria from Florida.
Oh, where?
Girl, the Baja's, Carroll City.
Carroll City. That's like
Yes.
Miami area?
Yes, Miami area.
Okay, yeah. I'm from Gifford. It's very Fort Pierce,
Gifford. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Ghetto,
So that's,
little hood country.
Carol City is.
But
too,
you
huh?
came up out of it, though.
I did.
It produced you. So,
And I can't get away from it. I love it. I go home and, I'll be in the backyard, no shoes, just vibing.
Yeah, I love it. Homegrown. I want to get back to this topic of all of the artists that you've written for: Rihanna, Mariah, Madonna, Chris Brown. Have you ever given an artist a song and then later felt like, dang, I should have kept that one for myself? Or if there was one song that you wish you would have kept for yourself, what would it be?
I mean, it's the song that I kept. This Hours and Hours.
Hours and
Oh,
Hours.
But
was it
no,
supposed to be for someone else?
No.
Okay.
And, people ask me this a lot, and I'm a Virgo, so I don't know if I'm very proud. We're the best.
Cancer.
I have a lot of Cancer friends. But Virgos are the best, and we love to serve. Like, I just like to serve others, right? It makes me happy to see other people taken care of. And so when I'm in a service position, which I was for over 10 years writing songs for others, I was there for that purpose. I never had a song that I wrote for somebody that I was like, I really don't want this person to have it. If that's the case, I just won't give you an offering.
Exactly.
I just won't show up. I'll be like, no, I don't want to do that one. I'll pass on that session. But anything you ever heard me do for somebody else, it was meant for them. I did not want to take it back. And also, when you have that energy, the music won't do well.
Yeah.
So I never want to put that frequency into the mix, because I want to have the biggest, best chance for the song to come out, blow up. And if the artist doesn't, really feel it and do well with it, and I don't make any money. So we want to make sure that it's as big as it can
So
be.
you have a lot of
Exactly.
intention when you put that song together for that artist.
Absolutely.
So, Money, what's your love language?
My love language, I love gifts. I love quality time. Really, I like to sleep and eat. So if you bring me food and leave me alone, it'll
That's your
be
love
amazing.
Yes, yes. Peace is a big thing.
Yes,
Really, really
Lord.
big deal. I did want to ask you about this. You've explored or considered exploring other genres, country music. Tell us about Melrose and
Oh my God.
tell us about that,
Oh.
because you know a lot of times artists will do like, man, what is it going to take for me to break out as an artist? Should I explore another genre? Because we've seen successful Black country artists. Tell us about when you explored that option, and would you ever consider writing for a country artist?
I have written for a couple. I had a #1 with Miranda Lambert and Carrie Underwood.
Wow.
Oh,
Called
wow.
Something Bad.
Okay.
Yeah, it was
Oh, my
actually really,
gosh.
really an amazing time, and it ended up for a long time. It was the NFL Sunday Night Football theme song.
That was your song.
Yeah, that when she was like, "Oh, Sunday night."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I have a lot of friends in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Just as far as like, I mean, the songwriting, the respect that they have for the copyright is incredible. And they treat it like a 9 to 5. They be in the studio at 9 a.m. and by 3 o'clock they leave and they go pick their kids up from school, which I can appreciate, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like you get in there, you get to it.
Yeah.
I didn't have the greatest time in Nashville, and I kind of feel like I've lived like several different lives at this point. It's only been like 3 years on a long journey, but it feels like 10. I didn't have a great time in Nashville. I think every artist goes through the ugly stages of like not knowing how to dress, not knowing how to,
Yeah.
you know, just be yourself in public, taking horrible red carpet pictures, you know, looking a mess, like makeup wise. It's like I've gone through all of those, and I think every iteration of me, whether it was Priscilla Renee, Melrose, you know, whatever else I was deciding to try to be, it was just all leading up to this journey of, you know what, I'm just gonna do what feels natural. I love country music, and I think the foundation of all music is just a great song. And so I was trying to go where, you know, I could just like thrive as a writer.
Yeah.
But as far like I think I was a little early because it was before like Lil Nas X and all the kind of like
Oh, was
country
it?
trap.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It was in 2018, so I was maybe just like a year and a half too early for that wave.
So would you want to go back and revisit now that it's?
I actually did have a really cool idea that I shared yesterday, which if, you know, we can make that happen, you'll see it, you know, soon. I have a lot of friends in Nashville, like Jelly Roll. He just won, I think, Male Artist of the Year or Artist of the Year. So he was around when I was like just starting to figure out, amazing human being. Mickey Guyton, Jimmy Allen, Breland.
Look,
You
you
know.
name dropping all of the
I mean,
country
I
artists.
spent
love
a
it.
lot of time in
Yeah.
Nashville and
I grew up listening to it, but I had the
Yeah.
older people, Dolly Parton,
love Dolly.
Conway Twitter, Honey Porter Wagner, and all them.
Oh, wow.
So I'm ahead of that.
Yeah, that's
time.
deep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Minnie
I mean,
Pearl.
I would definitely enjoy exploring, because I have unreleased country songs that I wrote for myself that never saw the light of day. So yes, I would love to, you know, cross over and do those things. But when it feels organic and, you know, in the right pocket, not just trying to have a country hit.
You know,
Yeah.
you're talking about the appearances and all this. I think it was back in the, what did they call it? Is it A&R, artists and repertoire? What was
Mm-hmm.
that called? They had all in the Motown days, and they made sure the people, the artists went out, was presentable and all that. Now they just throw you out there, and y'all come out, honey, looking crazy. I'm like, girl, I ain't buying that song. How she look?
Yeah, no,
You
there's
know?
no artist development. I mean, it's like, for example, I just saw a video of Patina Miller, who plays rock on Raising Kanan, and she's doing a song from Into the Woods. She's an incredible Broadway actress and singer. I didn't know that. And I saw this video, and it immediately made me want to know everything about her. Like, you are so talented. Oh, my God. And just knowing, like, you know, we may know people, we may be familiar with their work, but until we can really see the depth of them and to see that they're, like, multidimensional and have all these layers, we're not really interested in trying to dig in further. And I think it took me a long time to understand these things. So it's only natural that these newer artists and young people who are finding instant success going viral, they haven't quite tapped into the fact that, like, first of all, it's okay to be you. You don't have to try to, like, put on airs or whatever, and we don't really care about the jewelry and the money and all of that kind of stuff. We know it's part of it, but that's not what's most important. But also, like, be multidimensional. Show us some other things that you know how to do, whether it's cook, or maybe you design your own clothes, or maybe you paint, or, maybe you're into cars. I think people sometimes, like, blur that line of, like, we don't want to know what you ate for breakfast. We want to know, like, what you're into. What books are you reading? And those are the kind of things that make you feel drawn to an artist.
Exactly. And that's, with that being said, that's just like what brings to mind Jay-Z with me. Jay-Z was this thug. He was this, that, and other stuff. Then all of a sudden I woke up like, oh, Jay-Z is a businessman now, but he forgot to tell us. You need to share that with the people and, kind of keep them abreast of what you're doing or whatever. And people know that, you're more than a one-horse pony or one-trick pony.
And I also think it's like, it's inspiring to see people who look, sound, act like you, dress like you, and they're doing more things that are, like, beyond what you thought was possible.
Exactly.
That's the vibe I'm getting from you right now. I'm getting wisdom.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm getting from you right now. You seem like very at peace at where you are in this business. You seem like you're very knowledgeable about, the behind the scenes and the way you run business. Before we wrap things up, I did want to ask you about a recent interview. You mentioned that more people feel like since you've elevated to a higher level, they should have a say in your career, and you've had to turn up a little bit. What have you learned in terms of how you move business-wise, going from being a songwriter to being, on stage, and just evolving in your career in the industry?
I'm always learning. I'm learning every day. A lot of the stuff that I thought I knew, I just kind of, like, threw it out, and I'm starting over from scratch as if, it's my first day out. But yeah, you have to know yourself. You have to know what you like and what you don't. And, like, I'll tell whoever, if I don't like something, I don't care if it becomes the biggest thing tomorrow. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? That's okay. I have my own unique tastes and my own opinions about things.
Yeah.
And so I think that's part of, like, where the peace comes from. It's just like, I like what I like. And that applies to music, people, places, content, food, whatever. I don't know. I just don't want to be anything else other than me.
So, Money, who do you hang with?
Usually don't like nobody. No, for real. I don't really. It'd be me and my family, my husband. I got, like, most of the people I hang with are my family.
Yeah.
Like my cousins. I do have a few close friends, and that's it. If they're busy, I'm in the bed.
The music business, no. Like Nicki Minaj.
I am making some friends. I've been hanging out with Cash Doll. I love her. She's so pretty and sweet. But like Victoria Monet. But these are people I've known for a long time, and now they're having success. And it's like, it just makes sense because we're in the same spaces. But I don't like to force nothing. I don't want to be nowhere I'm not wanted. I don't understand how people can be up around you and don't like you. I don't get that. Why would you invite me to your house knowing you don't like me, girl? What kind of crazy is that?
Well, sometimes it's better just to keep to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't all up in your business and having ulterior motives and stuff like that.
Yeah.
We're so excited to hear the new album. Let everyone know how they can follow you.
On all social medias, across all social media platforms, at Monilong, MUNILONG. Please follow me, write me. I do respond to everybody. That's on TikTok as well. I know you guys don't like to be TikTokers. You feel like you might be too grown for that. But TikTok is actually a vibe.
Yeah.
Get you a TikTok.
And so we want to give you the honors of introducing your new single to all of our listeners nationwide here on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Go ahead and let them know what it is.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Monilong, and this is my new single, Made For Me.